Hi guys, this is Lalana. Thanks for tuning into the Sovereign Path. So for those of you who have been with me a while, you know that I'm in the process of moving cross country. So the videos are a little on and off right now. So I hope that you guys can be patient with me and just trust that I'm not going anywhere, but a cross country move is a very logistical process. And so there's a lot of moving parts, and right now I'm doing my best to just keep up. So that being said, the video that I'm going to talk about today, the topic that I'm going to talk about today, I have mentioned this in other videos in the past, but it's something that, like a lot of the things that I talk about, that keeps showing up in my coaching, keeps coming round and round. And it's this idea that inner union is something that you need to hold on to, right? It's something that you need to grasp onto, hold on to. If it slips, then you need to find it again because somehow you lost it. I hear this often. I've lost inner union. I don't know how to stay in inner union. I don't know how to hold on to inner union. I don't know how to keep it, right? As if it's something that you're chasing, right? As if it's something that, you know, the ego mind is saying, as soon as I have this, everything's going to be okay. And although I get why we feel this way, I get why the ego conditioning and the program would feel that way. It's looking for some sort of solace, some sort of, you know, breather, some sort of, you know, green flag to say that it has made it to this certain point on the awakening path. But you need to keep in mind that anything that you're looking for, that you're trying to hold on to, that you're trying to get to, it's still some form of seeking, which is coming from still some form of I don't have it, which is lack, scarcity. I don't have it, I need it. So it turns into another chase, right? It turns into, well, I'm, you know, dealing with whatever and whatever with the twin, or I'm not really thinking about the twin, and I'm, you know, putting my focus on me, all of which is fantastic, you guys. But when that moves into, now I'm not looking for them anymore, or the union anymore, or this, you know, them to awaken, or whatever that might be, now I'm just looking for inner union. Then it's still the way that the ego sort of changes the road, halfway into the road, and then it starts looking for this other thing. So keep in mind that inner union is your default state. It is 5D consciousness and higher. It is the truth of what you are. It's the truth of what you've always been. Inner union is the default state of the awakening process. It's just what happens organically by default as you start releasing things like, I'm trying to find inner union, I'm trying to chase inner union, because that's still another, you know, program. It's still another conditioning that's saying there's still somewhere else I need to get, something else I need to achieve, somewhere else I need to go, all of those sort of things. Inner union is peaceful, right? It's completely peaceful, deeply within you. It has no chase, it has no yearning, it's not looking outside of itself for anything, right? It's not looking for the twin, it's not wondering where the twin is, it's not trying to manifest the twin. In inner union, you will not be doing any of those things, right? It's just like inner union comes to the point where you have the awareness of is that it's your default state when you let all of that go. So if you're still moving through, I'm trying to get this and I'm trying to hold this and all of those things, then that's still the program that's still running. That's all fine and good, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of this process, is releasing things as you go. But it is having the wherewithal that inner union is not ever anything that you're going to have to try to manifest, try to have to, you know, hold on to, grip, whatever else. If you feel you're coming in and out of inner union, which is very normal, right? It's that oscillation of coming in and out, the spiral, the waves, the going up and down. keep in mind that it's because you're still releasing the program, right? You're going to come up and come down, but the actual anchoring, the embodiment of inner union, it's not going to slip out, right? And once you get there, you're not going to be like asking, you know, am I here yet? You'll know. Am I going to lose this? That's the ego being afraid that it's going to lose this sense of peace that it has, you know, all of those sort of things. But inner union, once you're there, once you're fully embodied, you will know it. You will feel it. It is, you'll know, right? You'll completely know. But if it's still slipping back and forth, you know, you need to have the awareness of, instead of feeling like, oh no, I lost it, how do I get it back? Or how, you know, why can't I hold this? You know, you need to have the wherewithal of, when you slip back out, it's just showing you that you're making progress, right? If you're having those moments, even if it's a couple hours, couple days, where you're feeling that 5D consciousness flooding through you, use that as like, okay, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually releasing the things that I need to release. I'm doing the shadow work. I'm facing these things. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be having these glimpses of inner union to begin with, right? You wouldn't. They wouldn't become, it isn't just something that just happens, right? It's a default state of the awakening process. But just like the awakening isn't a one and done, it's not like one day you're like, oh, I'm going through the awakening, and the next day, you know, it's finished. This takes years for some people. It took years for you to carry on to the programs and the conditionings that you've been running. It takes a while to peel these things off, right? To peel back the layers of the onion. So when you notice that you're in inner union for a couple days, and then you fall out, you're not actually falling out. It's just that you're releasing more layers of the onion in order for you to maintain that default state, in order for you to maintain your 5D consciousness state, which is who and what you are. So instead of seeing it like, God, I'm beating myself up for this, why can't I stay here, blah, 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 look at it as, well, I wouldn't have even experienced that at all if I hadn't been doing the work in order to experience that, right? That's what awakening does. It's an organic process. It is little by little going to be stripping the program, the conditioning, all of that. That's just what it does. It's organically doing this. You can assist it. We've talked about this in a lot of my videos, through courses, through meditation, all of those sort of things, mind mastery and things like that. But the awakening is taking you, right? Remember that. It's taking you. You're not taking it. The ego is not guiding the awakening, right? The higher self is guiding your awakening. So the ego likes to get involved a lot and feel like, oh, well, I need to do more things in order to like manifest inner union or get there and da 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 da. That's what actually slows the process down, because there isn't a lot of needing to do things to get there. It's actually needing to be, so that you're releasing anything that's telling you that there's more stuff to do, right? Right? We're releasing those things that are saying, I need to get there, I need to do more, I need to work harder, right? There's another 5,000 rabbit holes of shadow work that I need to dive into and do all this sort of stuff. We get into a habit of feeling like either you're constantly trying to manifest things in your external reality, or you're like constantly doing shadow work, looking, being super hyper vigilant, right? Like there is a place for that on this path, but have the wherewithal that falls away, it fades, it drops, because it's still the action that the program is taking, right? It's still the action that is ultimately the ironic thing about it, the paradox about it, is all the actions that you're taking to actually do these things is what's actually going to fall away. You won't be taking those types of actions when you're in inner union. You won't need to, right? It's just, that's just not how this thing works. So a lot of what happens is that when people start to feel inner union, they get so excited. They get so thrilled by that, because it's like your 5D consciousness feels like pure love and bliss and awe, that you try to hold on to it. And then in those moments, we forget that the reason you're feeling that is because you've actually let go. In those moments, you're actually being. You're not doing anything, right? You're actually in the being state of allowance, right? Of freedom, of the truth of what you are. And so just be in that, rather than you're there and then you're thinking like, oh God, I don't want to lose this. Or what do I have to do to keep this? Right? Because that's when that doer energy kind of steps back in, right? That ego mechanism of the program of wanting to attach to what that feels like and how do I stay here. So when you have those moments, just remind yourself, I'm feeling this because I've actually let go of the things that were, masking me from feeling the truth of my true essence, my true conscious awareness. So hopefully that helps you guys. Don't chase inner union, right? Awaken. Go through the awakening process. Go through it. This is what's happening. Inner union is a default state. It's not something that you have to chase. It's not something that you will ever be able to manifest. It is a state of consciousness. It is the truth of what you are. So trust the process, okay? Love you guys. Mwah. I will see you soon.